So if you're getting ready to start Medicare, you've likely found out by now, it's not as easy as you thought it would be. There's a lot of things that you have to do and a lot of pieces that you have to put into place. And the first thing that has to get done is you have to actually sign up for Medicare. And it can be a little more complicated or complex than what you thought it might be. So it's not an automatic thing. It's not necessarily a simple thing, but it's not really that hard. I'm gonna go through right now how to apply for Medicare. So whether you're actually turning age 65 and you're gonna come into Medicare at age 65, probably the majority still do come in at age 65, but these days a lot of people continue to stay at work past age 65. They have group health insurance at work. The employer is likely paying for a large portion of that group health insurance, so they stay with that until they're ready to retire. So if you're then going to retire, whether it's at 67, 77, I've seen it go into the 80s without too much trouble. Some people enjoy still working, but you may not. If you're ready to retire and you're going to come into Medicare, you need to understand exactly what has to happen so that your timelines match up and you get it right. I just wanted to jump in for a quick second and invite you to join my private Facebook group, Talking Medicare, where you can get answers to just about any questions on Medicare and interactions with others that are also in Medicare. There are no agents, no sales whatsoever. It's absolutely free. Just visit talkingmedicaregroup.com. It'll take you right there. You can sign up for free. Easy to do. Enjoy the video. So first, let's talk about Medicare. What is Medicare? Medicare is going to be your health insurance going forward, really for the rest of your life. You've got a few different parts of Medicare. You have Medicare Part A. This covers things in the hospital. You have Medicare Part B, covers things outside of the hospitals, doctor's office, outpatient services, things of that nature. And then you have some other parts to it that kind of complicate things. You have Medicare supplement plans. You have Medicare Advantage plans. You have Medicare drug plans. So we need to understand all of this, and we need to really put our pieces in the right places. And that's what we do. So I'm Keith Armbrecht. I'm founder of Medicare on Video. I help people across the country make the right Medicare choices. I can absolutely help you as well. One of the best parts about what I do, there's no cost to you to allow me to help you. So hopefully you will certainly take advantage of all the information that I have out there. I have videos on just about every piece of Medicare. I have a free book that you can download if you prefer to read things. It makes it easy to walk right through all you need to do. And I'll have the links below for all that stuff. Just makes it a little bit easier to understand because we want to understand how things are going to work. Now, the good news is with Medicare, it's generally going to be much better than what you've recently had your entire life through your employer. So it's generally much better coverage, especially if you stay on original Medicare with a supplement plan. It's just super easy to use, has very low out-of-pocket expense, and it's actually really good. Probably one of the best government programs, which you don't hear too often, that it functions really the way that it should. So I'm gonna go through some of the different parts right now on how to sign up and just make sure that we get this right. So first thing we need to understand really is eligibility. When are you eligible to start Medicare? And there's a couple different windows for it. The first one would be under disability. So if you're under age 65 and you've been on Social Security disability for 2 years, you then become eligible for Medicare disability. And Medicare disability is not something that I really specialize or am able to help in because it's just a different animal and they make it complicated for people like me to help people like you if you need that kind of scenario. But you can likely find some help online for Social Security disability and Medicare disability. The major window for most people coming into Medicare is when you turn age 65. And that's generally when it's getting a smaller majority now, but that's when certainly the majority come into Medicare. And to sign up for Medicare, it's really not complicated. There's a window, and it's a 7-month window. It runs 3 months before the month of your 65th birthday, 3 months after the month of your 65th birthday. However, you're going to be doing all this in the 3 months before the month of your 65th birthday to make sure it gets done, lined up, ready to go when you need it. So we want to do this really at least 2 months out. and understand that Medicare is going to start on the first of the month that you turn 65. So if you turn 65 on June 28th, Medicare is going to start on June 1st. So that kind of accelerates things by 3 weeks in that standpoint, even longer sometimes. So you need to be ahead of this and you need to get it done, put it to bed. There's no reason to wait for it. We can get everything done early and just make it a smooth transition. So first of the month that you turn 65, unless you turn 65 on the first of the month. If that's the case, it's going to start the first of the previous month. So if you're born on June 1st, it's going to start on May 1st. So that really ramps it up ahead of time. So we want to get this done really as soon as we can. So try and do it 2, even 3 months ahead of time. Let's just get this all put together and put to bed. And again, it's really not hard to sign up for Medicare. You're going to sign up for Part A and Part B. You do it not through Medicare, you do it through Social Security. So that throws people for a loop right off the bat as well. But I've made a link to make it easy for you to find where to go. Just go to www.startpartb.com. It's going to take you right to the page on Social Security's website where you sign up for your Medicare Part A and Part B. Now, when you get there, it's also going to be talking about Social Security. You don't necessarily have to do it at the same time. Some people are going to wait longer for Social Security, whatever it may be, but they are separate elections. So just focus on the Medicare, get it done. And again, it's just basic information that you put in and then your start date, and it'll happen automatically once you initiate that start. So there we go. We've got Medicare Part A and Part B ready to start on the first of the month that we turn age 65, if that's what we're going to do. And then we have a really big decision to make. This decision will be, do we take Medicare Advantage or do we stay with original Medicare? And this is going to be your biggest decision on how your Medicare is going to work for the rest of your life. So certainly we need to understand this and make sure that we choose the way that we want to choose. And if you watch any of my videos, I don't recommend Medicare Advantage. I would not be on it myself. I wouldn't want my mother on Medicare Advantage. It puts you into a private insurance carrier's plan. It takes you off of Medicare and you're run by a private insurance company. Maybe similar to what you have at work. Could be an HMO, could be a PPO, but it gives you a more restricted type healthcare where you have a network of doctors, a network of hospitals. You generally have to get referrals to go from a primary to a specialist. You generally have to get pre-authorization when your doctor says you need something. With original Medicare, you don't have any of that. Original Medicare just works fantastic. There's no network of doctors or hospitals. You can literally go to any doctor, any hospital, anywhere in the country that accepts Medicare. You don't have to ask for permission. There also are no referrals to go from a primary to a specialist. That's one of the biggest complaints with a Medicare Advantage plan is if you know you need to go to a specialist first, you have to make an appointment with a primary and go get his permission or her permission to go to that specialist. It can add weeks, even longer, to an appointment to get to that specialist, which again is not something that I would want in my way. And then also the second biggest complaint is pre-authorizations, where when your doctor says you need something and you agree, first you have to get it approved by the insurance company to make sure that they're going to pay for it. With original Medicare, you don't have any of that. If it's medically necessary, your doctor says you need it, you agree, Medicare pays for it. You don't have to ask for permission. So those are some main reasons why I would do anything I can to stay with original Medicare. I would get a Medicare supplement to go along with it. So with original Medicare, Part A, Part B does have some out-of-pocket expenses. I have videos detailing all this stuff, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, go through my video list and just look at whatever pieces you may need. I also have a Medicare mini course, which I break down. I send you 5 emails over 5 days with shorter videos that some people like the bite-sized kind of stuff. Just makes it easier to understand all this stuff. So when you have A and B with some out-of-pocket expenses, a Medicare supplement plan covers most of those out-of-pocket expenses. So your out-of-pocket expense for the year could be less than $300 with A, B, and a Medicare supplement plan. So it's fantastic coverage, works really well, absolutely the way I would go, but that's your choice. You're gonna have to pick between the two. Okay, so let's now talk about not coming in at age 65 and staying at work, keeping your employer coverage, which is absolutely okay. One thing you don't want to do if you're going to do that, do not start Medicare Part B, because Medicare Part B acts as a trigger when you're ready to retire, which will make everything just like you're turning age 65. So Medicare Part B has a premium. You don't want to be paying that because it's not going to provide any benefit to you while you're on your employer plan. And it also is, more importantly, a trigger that lets you come into Medicare, choose anything you want without any medical questions, any penalties, just makes it just like you're turning age 65. So when you're going to retire, you kind of need to figure that out from a date standpoint. It takes a little bit longer to get everything put into place when you're past age 65. So you're going to be in what's called a special election period, but you're just going to retire and then you're going to come into Medicare. So you're going to want to start pretty much right when you retire. You don't want to go into COBRA. You don't necessarily want retire. It depends on your employer. Some employers have really good retiree coverage where you may not need Medicare. If that's the case, then that's the route you're going to want to go. But COBRA is not that. COBRA is likely going to be very expensive. It also doesn't count as creditable coverage when you come into Medicare. So you're going to retire, come off your group employer plan, and start your Medicare the first of that month that you start your retirement. So in order to do that, you're going to need to have an employer coverage form. You need to show that you've had that group insurance all the way up to this point. If you have not had that group insurance, there'll be a penalty coming into Medicare. It just gets messy. But most of us do. If we're going to retire and stay on our group plan, we just need to show this. So you can download that form right on my website, MedicareOnVideo.com, under Guides and Forms. It's the employer coverage form. Your HR department needs to fill this out. It shows when you've had the coverage, how long you've had it, and when you will end that coverage. And it should be right at the same time that you're going to come into Medicare. So you need to get that from your HR department. That's going to go to Social Security. Now, with doing this at this stage, Social Security may likely want you to come in for a physical appointment, not necessarily online. So you might have to call Social Security, your local office, set an appointment. That could be 2 weeks down the road, could be longer than that. So again, we want to do this ahead of time. So just make sure you get this done. So get the employer coverage form filled out, get into Social Security, and then everything else is pretty much exactly the same. You got A, B, got to make that choice of Medicare Advantage or original Medicare with a supplement plan. And then likely, if you stay on original Medicare, you'd also have a Medicare drug plan. I have a video that also shows you how to get the best Medicare drug plan on your own without somebody selling you one that may not be the best one for you. It's really easy to do. It's one of the better things in Medicare is their drug plan finder tool. So this gives you a pretty good idea on how to sign up for Medicare, how to get it started. And again, we're here to help. This is what we do. Make sure, just give us a call, visit my website, put in your basic information. We'll walk right through this all the way with you. And again, there's no cost to you to allow us to help. Hopefully you'll let us do that for you. Hope you found this helpful. Have a fantastic day.